In this video, we explore a religion that originated in India, a unique blend of Islam and Hinduism. A belief system that promotes gender equality, prohibits cutting hair, opposes violence, yet instructs followers to carry a ceremonial sword or dagger at all times. Here are 10 fascinating facts about Sikhism. Like many faiths, Sikhism begins with a founder, Guru Nanak. This religion emerged in the 15th century in the Punjab region, now divided between modern-day India and Pakistan. Islam and Hinduism were dominant in this region, which influenced Sikhism's development. Guru Nanak, born into a Hindu family, was a gifted and inquisitive child. He studied both Hinduism and Islam deeply but felt that neither answered his spiritual questions. At the age of 33, he disappeared in a river while bathing and was presumed dead. 3 days later, he returned enlightened. He declared that there is only one God, shared by all, beyond religious divisions. Though not revolutionary, this idea resonated with many. He began to teach his philosophy, attracting more and more followers. He wore a mix of Hindu and Muslim clothing, symbolizing his inclusive message. His followers called him Guru, and they began identifying themselves as Sikhs. Guru Nanak lived a long life and named his successor before passing away. This tradition continued, each guru naming the next to lead the community. Today, there are about 26.5 million Sikhs worldwide. Most live in India and Pakistan, with large communities in Canada, the UK, and the US. Over 500 years, Sikhism has had only 10 living gurus. The 10th, Guru Gobind Singh, declared he would be the final human guru. He passed the role of spiritual guide to the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy scripture of the Sikhs. This sacred text, begun by the 5th Guru, includes contributions from Hindu and Muslim saints as well. It symbolizes Sikhism's respect for all religions and its belief in one universal truth. Sikhs treat the Guru Granth Sahib as a living teacher, seeking wisdom in its pages. Sikh temples, called gurdwaras, host the community's religious events and services. They include kitchens that offer free vegetarian meals to anyone, regardless of religion or background. The Golden Temple in Amritsar, Punjab, is the holiest Sikh shrine. It attracts more visitors annually than the Eiffel Tower. Sikhism is a monotheistic religion, like Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Sikhs believe God is formless, genderless, all-knowing, and ever-present. God is the source of all love and goodness. Human minds cannot fully comprehend the divine. Unlike many faiths, Sikhism does not consider other religions false. It teaches that all faiths are valid paths to the same truth. Sikh temples are open to everyone, and violence in the name of religion is condemned. God, to Sikhs, cannot be represented by images or statues. Instead, they use a specific symbol to represent the divine. All people are equal in the eyes of God, regardless of gender. Historically, Sikh women have served as warriors, rulers, and spiritual leaders. Unlike many traditions, Sikhism allows female priests. Asceticism is discouraged. Sikhs are expected to work hard, earn an honest living, and share their wealth with those in need. They also believe in karma and reincarnation, similar to Hindus. The goal is to escape the cycle of rebirth and unite with God. To achieve this, Sikhs must lead a virtuous life. They must avoid anger, lust, greed, and ego, and meditate on God's name daily. Sikhs often repeat the name Waheguru as a form of devotion. Helping others and caring for loved ones are also key teachings. Every Sikh is expected to observe the 5 kiloseconds, 5 symbols of faith that start with the letter K. The first is Kesh, uncut hair, usually covered with a turban. The second is Kanga, a wooden comb that symbolizes cleanliness and spiritual discipline. The third is Kara, a steel bracelet representing the eternal cycle of life and moral responsibility. The fourth is Kirpan, a ceremonial dagger, originally a sword. It symbolizes a Sikh's duty to protect the weak and defend justice. The kirpan is only for defense and is never used to attack. Its presence encourages mutual respect and peaceful conduct among Sikhs. The fifth is kachera, long, white undergarments symbolizing modesty and moral restraint. Like many monotheistic religions, Sikhism views sex as sacred and reserved for specific contexts, such as reproduction. Tying a turban is an art in itself. There are various styles, some simple, some elaborate. Many Sikhs learn to tie turbans from a young age. Those who don't may hire professionals to do it daily, especially in Punjab. Some Sikh soldiers in India even wear turbans under their helmets. The turban, like the kirpan, is a vital part of Sikh identity. Sikhs must carry their kirpan at all times, except during airline travel. In India, they may carry it even during domestic flights. Since Sikhs do not cut their hair, they neatly fold it under their turban. They believe that if God created hair, it must be kept as it is. This rule applies to both men and women. Women typically do not cut their hair, and many avoid removing any body hair. However, interpretation varies. While scripture prohibits cutting hair, it doesn't explicitly ban waxing or shaving. So, many Sikh women do use hair removal methods, while others avoid them entirely. But almost all observe the strict rule against cutting hair on the head. One of the most important Sikh practices is langar, the free distribution of vegetarian food. It is open to everyone, not just the poor. Meals are prepared and served by volunteers in the temple kitchens. The food is vegetarian so that anyone from any background can partake. The largest langar is at the Golden Temple, where over 100,000 meals are served daily. All of it is funded by donations from Sikhs around the world. The wait list to volunteer in that kitchen can be over a year long. Many consider it a sacred honor to serve in the langar. All Sikh men share the surname, Singh, meaning lion. This was intended to eliminate caste distinctions in Indian society. By adopting the same surname, Sikh men declare equality among themselves. Sometimes, Singh is followed by an additional family name. Among Indian men, Singh is now the most common surname. Sikh women receive the surname Kaur, meaning lioness. Outside of India, especially in the West, many people are unaware of Sikhism. Often, Sikhs are mistakenly identified as Muslims due to their turbans. After the September 11th attacks in the US, many Sikhs were targets of hate crimes. They were insulted, attacked, and discriminated against in public places. Children were bullied in schools by peers who thought they were Muslim. This confusion led to widespread challenges for Sikh communities abroad. However, it's also true that some Sikh extremists have resorted to violence. Sikhism once had its own sovereign state, which no longer exists. Today, most Sikhs live in India and Pakistan. But a radical faction known as Khalistan believes Sikhs should have their own nation. The Khalistan movement began in the 1970s and carried out several major terrorist attacks. In 1985, a bomb on a plane from Canada to India killed 331 people near Ireland. Other attacks followed, including shootings in markets in Punjab. The goal was to drive out non-Sikhs through fear. In the early 1980s, Sikh extremists took over the Golden Temple. They used it to store weapons and explosives. The Indian government launched Operation Blue Star in 1984 to remove them. Over 5,000 civilians and hundreds of militants were killed during the assault. The Golden Temple was heavily damaged. Soon after, Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her Sikh bodyguards. This triggered mass violence against Sikhs across India. They were attacked and killed in retaliation by enraged citizens. While the Khalistan movement still exists, it has lost much of its support. Large-scale attacks have not occurred in recent decades. Thanks for watching this video until the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope to see you again soon.